experiment today, and it's called Elephant Toothpaste. I am Argan Arlene.
G over here.
Let's go! Alright, so for the materials, we'll be using the following: dish soap, food dye, and Miss G, what else?
Containers. We will be needing this one. Graduated cylinder for measuring. Hydrogen peroxide, 30%.
30%.
Potassium iodide. And
Dry yeast.
there you go. What we're going to do first is make sure that you have an exact and precise amount of your liquids or any of these materials before you start up with your activity. So let's have first the hydrogen peroxide. So as what I have said, we're gonna have to follow rules, safety lab rules, so that we could eliminate having troubles while performing it. So what we just need for this one is actually using the funnel. We will be pouring this one, transferring it. We will just be using 30 milliliters for this one. Since it's too much. Alright, so transfer that one on this side. There you go. For potassium iodide, you just need 1 teaspoon of potassium iodide. For yeast, we have here 2 tablespoons. A spoonful. There you go. And for your food coloring and for your dishwashing, you could just, depending on how much you need. That's all.
Hello! So, are you excited for this experiment?
Let's have fun and let's start it.
Alright, let's go! So first, we're gonna put the hydrogen peroxide. This is a 30% hydrogen peroxide, so be careful. You're gonna burn your skin. The next, Miss G, what are we going to add?
Let's add the dishwashing soap.
The dish soap. Alright, and the next,
Food coloring.
food coloring, or the food dye. I want red.
I love red, so there you go.
Alright,
Now let's find out what will happen. Are you excited?
let's go!
There we go. This is your yeast over here.
Let's see what will happen. Will there be a reaction? You can shake it. Alright, so let's see what will happen when the dry yeast and the hydrogen peroxide combine. And then in here, I have potassium iodide. So let's see what will happen if I'm gonna add this. That is the elephant toothpaste. And you can see there are smokes. And that is showing what? You have to answer that.
So, which one do you think has the fastest chemical reaction? Is it this one or this one? And why do you think this has a slow reaction compared to this? That's what you're gonna have to do today. Finding out what makes or what causes everything to have a different rate of reaction.
I know you can do that.
Is it fun, right?
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
To answer our questions, you must first know what is CER process or the CER model teaching. CER stands for claim, evidence, and reasoning. Claim is a statement that answers the question. It will usually only be one sentence in length. The claim does not include any explanation, reasoning, or evidence, so it should not include any transition words such as because. So going back to our experiment, which experiment setup showed faster rate of chemical reaction? That is the question, and then write your claim on your notebook. Next, we have evidence. Evidence is the data or data used to support the claim. It can be either quantitative or qualitative depending on the questions and or lab. So again, going back to our experiment, so what is your evidence that experiment setup A showed the faster rate of chemical reaction? Write it on your notebook. Next, we have reasoning. Reasoning is the explanation of why and how the evidence supports the claim. It should include an explanation of the underlying science concept that produced the evidence or data. So again, going back to our experiment, you have to write on your notebook why experiment setup A showed the faster rate of chemical reaction than experiment setup B. And how is potassium iodide differ from the dry yeast, which is used as a catalyst or an indicator for the two experiments?